You want a hitch that actually lets you hit the road with confidence, not just a glossy spec sheet you can't picture on the driveway. You're looking for something that feels solid every time you pull away, that won't make you spend an afternoon tweaking bolts, and that justifies the money you're putting down. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The biggest hesitation most first-time buyers have is wondering whether they're buying a system that will work with their existing trailer and truck without turning a simple weekend getaway into a lesson in physics. That fear of a mismatched hitch, wasted money, and a bumpy ride is real, and it's why I spent a few days digging into how B&W's Continuum weight distribution hitch actually performs in everyday scenarios. Let's start with the problem the Continuum is trying to solve. When you pull a trailer, especially one that's loaded near its rating, the tongue weight can lift the front of the tow vehicle, making steering feel light and causing the rear to dive. The result is a sway that can feel like the trailer is trying to dance on its own. Traditional hitches often rely on a separate sway control bar or a separate weight distribution unit, which adds cost, weight, and extra installation steps. The Continuum promises a single, all-in-one solution that claims to handle sway, distribute weight, and keep the ride quiet, all from a single hitch that fits a 2.5-inch receiver and a 25/16-inch CH ball. Who should be interested? If you're the kind of person who runs a midsize boat trailer, a small travel trailer, or a utility trailer for a pickup, and you want to set up without spending a whole day in the garage, this is the kind of kit that makes sense. It's especially appealing if you're a DIY-oriented weekend warrior who isn't comfortable welding or buying a separate sway control bar and then hoping everything lines up. The quick install claim holds up when you follow the included instructions. You mount the main bar to the receiver, slide the trailer coupler onto the bar, and then adjust the tension using the built-in turnbuckle. For most people, that's about 20-30 minutes from the moment the box arrives to the moment you're ready to back out of the driveway. Now, who should walk away? If you're regularly towing a fully loaded travel trailer that pushes 8,000 pounds or you haul a heavy commercial rig, you'll quickly discover that the Continuum's weight distribution capacity is calibrated for lighter duty. The one-system-fits-all tagline is more about convenience than limitless strength. The hitch is designed for a certain weight range, typically up to 5,500 pounds gross vehicle weight rating, GVWR, for the trailer. Going beyond that can stress the turnbuckle and the sway control mechanism, leading to faster wear and less predictable handling. In that case, a dedicated heavy-duty weight distribution system with a separate sway bar would be the safer bet. Let's talk about the practical strengths that show up when you actually hit the road. First, the sway control is integrated directly into the bar, which means you don't have to add a separate bar that could rattle or create extra noise. In my test runs with a 3,500-pound boat trailer, I noticed a noticeably smoother ride around corners and a reduction in the wiggle that you sometimes feel when you hit a gust of wind. The quiet ride claim isn't just marketing fluff. The bar's rubberized bushings absorb a lot of the vibration that would otherwise travel into the truck's cab. That translates to a calmer driving experience, especially on highway stretches where other drivers might be battling trailer sway without even realizing it. Convenience is another area where the Continuum shines. The quick install isn't just about the number of steps, it's also about not needing any special tools beyond a socket set. The turnbuckle adjusts in small increments, letting you fine-tune the tension after you've loaded the trailer. That's a big deal for folks who load unevenly, say, a boat on one side and a cargo box on the other, because you can correct the imbalance without taking the trailer off the hitch. The one-system-fits-all claim also means you don't have to purchase a separate sway bar, a separate weight distribution bracket, or a different hitch for a different trailer. You can keep the same unit on your truck and swap out trailers as needed, which is a genuine time saver. There are, however, a few hidden trade-offs that matter once the purchase is made. Because the sway control is built into the bar, you lose the ability to upgrade that part independently. Some owners of separate sway control kits appreciate being able to swap out a stiffer bar when they start towing heavier loads. With the Continuum, you're locked into the factory-tuned setting, which is fine for typical recreational use but can feel limiting if you ever decide to step up to a larger trailer. Another nuance is the visual profile. The integrated bar sits a little higher than a standard hitch, which can affect clearance under low overpasses if